Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another update from our Minecraft server. It's currently raining, but there's a couple of things that I'm really excited about that have come along very well that I wanted to go and showcase in today's video, and those are two different types of farms that I've put together that have really been a big help. Now, I didn't come up with the overall design for these farms, but I did make my own modifications to the overall function of them. So I'm pretty happy with that and wanted to kind of highlight that and give you a bit of an insight as to how that's gone. In other news, I do anticipate to be live streaming on Twitch. I actually had a test stream earlier yesterday where I did a little bit of some resource collecting. Didn't have a whole lot of people turn up, but it's the first Twitch stream, so you're not going to expect much of that your first go around. But I do anticipate doing more with this game and a few others, so if you want to go give me a follow on Twitch, I will leave the link to my Twitch channel in the description here. So you can look me up there and give me a follow so you can be notified when the videos are coming around there. So the first farm that I want to showcase is an Enderman XP farm that we've made. And my main motivation behind putting together this farm was because it is one of the most efficient methods of gaining levels and repairing your gear. And this is a design by Nembomb. It's a pretty well-known design, so it's nothing that you haven't heard of or haven't seen before, but I did make a couple of modifications of my own design to this farm. Admittedly, I think I built this spawning platform a little bit too far away from my killing chamber. It still is efficient, and the Endermen that spawn on this platform make their way over to that chamber. But the biggest change that I made is I added a couple of redstone lamps that I can control. And that's mainly because I didn't want to have to deal with any lag unnecessarily when leaving the farm once it's done. So you can see here we've got the different carpets set up. We've got our endermite named and in that minecart there, and then a hopper system underneath some trapdoors there at the end. And then here's just kind of a brief glimpse at the redstone that I put together. Now, it's nothing super fancy. It's nothing ultimately game-changing. And as long as you've got a good concept of how repeaters work and about how often you need to use them, you're really not going to have any problems with stringing something like this together. As long as you're placing a repeater about once every 10 redstone dusts, you're really going to be fine. So with a simple flip of this switch, we have Endermen running in on fairly short notice as they are aggroed by that Endermite from up to 60 blocks away and will come over. But the setup that we have here, even though they're drawn to him, it's very well protected, and so we don't need to worry about that. The levels are gained very quickly and very succinctly and work very, very well for mending all sorts of tools and the types. I've found it best personally to remove your gear once you are done mending that, as you can then prioritize the mending sent over to your tools. Now, this hopper system that we have here will collect the ender pearls so they don't pile up and cause any other problems. And then I've just got a simple little redstone clock set up over here to dispose of the ender pearls. And I like having that turned off, or the ability to turn that on and off, because there are instances where you may need some additional ender pearls at your disposal. So you can grab a couple if you absolutely need them. And if not, you can just dispose of them by tossing them out into the void. Now, the hoppers lead into each other, so you really don't have to worry about too many missed drops from there. And if they do land on some part of the cusp, odds are that more pearls that drop in will be picked up by just kind of their gravitation that they have towards each other. So that farm has come together really well, and if you want some more guidance on how to set up your own lighting, let me know, as I can make a video to walk you through that. It's pretty simple. Now, the other farm that we have put together here is a farm for flowers specifically. And the reason that I wanted to put together one of these farms is I need industrial amounts of dye for a really big project that I'm working on, and I'm excited to show to you once I have it a little bit further towards its completion. Specifically, I'm looking for light gray dye, and there's two different types of flowers that you can get that from. There's the smaller clustered white flower, and then there is the oxeye daisy. And I found a little plot where they will both spawn with some relative frequency. So, of course, I get other flowers as well. I get some cornflowers, I get some poppies and dandelions, other stuff popping up in here. But the nice thing about this particular collection system that we have set up is, yeah, it's a little intensive with pressing the buttons, but it's controlled. The harvesting's a lot easier than mining for it on your own. And we've got a set of 9 dispensers at the back to dispense water across and clean off the slate. And then 2 dispensers on either side that feed directly into the grass to sprout up the different plants. And it does require quite a bit of bone meal. We've previously showcased a skeleton farm that we have, so bone meal is not a huge concern in terms of what we get put together. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like on the video, as that greatly helps me out. If you're interested in seeing more specifics on these tweaks that I've made to these farms, let me know and I can make tutorials or videos more specifically outlining those. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, as we have content coming to you on a daily basis. Thanks again for watching, and you have yourself a great rest of your day.